Welcome to TruthLens, where we explore myths and facts. Today's question is cracking your knuckles bad for you? Many people think it leads to arthritis or other issues. Let's dive into the science behind this and find out the truth. What happens when you crack your knuckles? When you crack your knuckles, you're creating more space in the joint. The synovial fluid, which acts as a lubricant, contains gases like oxygen and nitrogen. When you stretch or bend your fingers, the pressure drops, forming bubbles that burst, causing the familiar popping sound. But does this have any negative health effects? Does cracking your knuckles cause arthritis? The biggest myth surrounding knuckle cracking is that it causes arthritis. However, research has shown that there's no link between cracking your knuckles and arthritis. One of the most well-known studies published in the 1990s found no increased risk of arthritis in people who crack their knuckles versus those who didn't. In fact, later studies confirmed these findings. Cracking your knuckles doesn't harm your joints. So for anyone worried about arthritis, you can relax. The research is clear. Knuckle cracking doesn't lead to arthritis. Does it lead to other health problems? While knuckle cracking isn't linked to arthritis, some studies suggest it might cause minor issues, like reduced grip strength or mild swelling, but these are temporary. For the most part, cracking your knuckles is harmless. If you overdo it, you might feel some discomfort, but there's no long-term damage. Why do people crack their knuckles? For many, it's simply a habit. Some people do it because they enjoy the sensation or the sound. Others believe it relieves tension in the joints, even though there's no scientific evidence that knuckle cracking provides any actual benefits. Regardless of the reason, most people crack their knuckles without thinking about it. Scientific studies on knuckle cracking. One famous experiment by Dr. Donald Unger is often mentioned in this debate. Dr. Unger cracked the knuckles on his left hand for over 50 years and never cracked the knuckles on his right hand. After decades, there was no difference between the two hands, and neither showed signs of arthritis. This experiment, along with larger studies, has shown that cracking your knuckles doesn't cause any significant harm to your joints. Can you hurt yourself by cracking your knuckles? Though cracking your knuckles isn't dangerous, you can hurt yourself if you pull too hard or use too much force. In very rare cases, people have dislocated their fingers by pulling them too far. But for most people, knuckle cracking is perfectly safe as long as you're gentle. Should you stop cracking your knuckles? The choice to stop depends on how much you crack your knuckles and whether it bothers you or others. If you feel discomfort or you crack your knuckles compulsively, you might want to reduce the habit. But if it's an occasional habit and you're not hurting yourself, there's no real need to stop. So is cracking your knuckles bad for you? No, it doesn't cause arthritis or any long-term damage. If you enjoy cracking your knuckles, feel free to keep doing it. Just be gentle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with more myths you'd like us to explore.